Might be you. So they're acting weird, pointing at me, talking to each other. So after the session was over, I was at my book table selling books and signing books. So line of people, I'm signing books at people coming up. The leader of the weirdos and his wife buy my books and want me to sign the books. So, they bought it. I'm signing it. No problem there. And then he says to me, I'm Pastor Brian Matthews. This is my wife, Pastor Rhonda Matthews. And we have a church in Augusta, Georgia. And we would like for you to come and speak at our church. I said, I don't need to pray about this, you weirdos. So I didn't want to say no, so I passed them off to my assistant who was standing about 10, 12 feet away. I said, talk to her, she might be able to work it out. Well, I didn't get a chance to tell her, some kind of a language, but I didn't have a chance to do that. So she booked them for February of this year. So I was going to be there on Sunday, and so they contacted and said, hey, listen, if you can come in earlier Saturday, we would like to take you out for dinner. I said, that's cool. Free food. I'm all for that. So they pick us up at the hotel, and they took us to a beautiful restaurant, 5-star restaurant. And in the back, there was this private dining room, beautiful area, and it was set up in a square, and everyone's sitting on the outside. So me and my wife, they set us right in the middle. And they're all sitting there gawking at me. Like I'm the new panda bear in the zoo. So you know how you wives do. She's got my hand, and she is doing this to my hand. And that is secret code language, like, let's get out of here. So I am saying, but we have not ate yet. So S-T-A-Y, stay. So we are going through all of this under the table, and under the table. So the pastor's wife says to me, Dr. Chen, we have a story to tell you. I said, story time. She says this. She said in 1986, God called us to start a church. And in that year, in 1986, God gave us a prophetic word. And the prophetic word was that there'll be a man from India. His name will be Sam. And when he comes to your church will take a wonderfully new direction. We've been praying for this man called Sam from India since 1986. She says, most of these people around this table have been with us since 1986. Good church, about 3,000 people or something like that. We've been praying for this man from India. Every week we have a prayer meeting, and we say, Lord, where is this man from India whose name is Sam? And then they introduced you in Orlando, Florida. And as you got up there to talk, we all looked at each other and said, that's him. In 1986, I was pastoring a church in Michigan. I did not know them, did not know about Augusta, Georgia. So this is them. This is me. I'm living my life, and they are praying. I'm just doing what God has asked me to do, and they keep praying. I had no idea that God had a plan and a purpose for us to meet with one another. I'm here to tell you, God is at work in your life. Everyone get your hands out like this. Get your fingers out like this. Don't have to shake it. I'm just nervous right now. This is just nervous energy, If Jim Cobre is watching me, I'm even more nervous. If the left hand is where you are in life today, and your right hand is your destiny, and as they come closer and closer and closer and closer and closer together, you can see your destiny, but the destiny can see you. You can see where you're going, but where you're going can see you. And there will be that moment when they come together. And when they come together, explosive things happen because you run into your destiny. Simon was there and you are here. The second lesson that I learned is that sometimes God will ask you to do things you don't want to do. Do I have a witness on that? Let's look at Mark chapter 15, verse 21. Verse 21. And they compel one Simon a Cyrenian. Compel. How many of you know that compel is the opposite of volunteer? Okay, let's work with this word compel.